local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Well, good morning and welcome inside the new Lloydminster Nissan, where today we're going to talk about a new event coming to Lloydminster this March. It's called Empower to Recover. We've got Carrie Robb, Deb Krachowski, and Haley Butcher here, and we're also going to be hearing from the executive director and the founder of Empower to Recover, Jay Bénard. BioClean Disaster Services is your local restoration company. They are committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services at 1-833-246-8326. What does it mean to say they'll help you get your life back? Well, you are going to miss the everyday, mundane things that you took for granted before the disaster. They'll help you get back to those, and believe me, you'll be very happy when they come back. Things like just being able to walk into your basement and get something out of a freezer. Things like being able to walk into your basement, watch TV. That all goes away when a flood happens. BioClean Disaster Services not only gets you back to that, but they take you back to that and get you back to that with great communication. BioClean Disaster Services in Lloydminster, serving Lloydminster area for over 10 years. Well, tonight is the first night of the Lloydminster Little Theatre Players production of The Dining Room. It takes place at the Legacy Centre. Cornelius Cron is the director of the play, and he told us that they will have a very unique stage set up this year.
We're doing it in the round this year, which is very unique for a stage production. So we're not up on the stage away from the audience. We're in the middle of the audience. The audience is going to be seated around the stage. It's a nice small stage, and the dining room table is at the very center of our stage. And so the hope is that our audience feels like they are literally sitting at the dining room table with us because they're so close and it's a nice small space.
Tickets be available at the door. Performances go at 7 p.m. tonight and tomorrow and Saturday, and at 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. The Lloydminster District Co-op's Spread a Little Love This Christmas campaign aims to see over 800, in fact, close to 900 seniors in our community get a gift under the tree this year. And you're asked to pick up a Christmas ornament and fulfill the wish with a gift averaging about $25. But Tess Wack and Haley Alexander told us that if you'd like to take part, you'd better hurry.
I think that's just a true testament to our community and the wonderful supportive people who live here and are just really ready to pay it forward. And so it's really cool to see. There's still some at the marketplace, not too many, and our gas bars and again in Neilburg. But so if you're interested in participating, don't wait too long. Go get an ornament. Right.
What's the deadline to get those in by?
December 5th. So you have some time to shop, and then that gives us some time to go through all the gifts, organize them, get them sorted by which home they need to go to, and so we can get them out before Christmas.
And the Lights and Sounds of Christmas House launch is this Saturday night. That takes place here in Lloydminster at 5704 30th Street. And believe me, when you get close, you're going to see the lights and you'll know where the Lights and Sounds of Christmas House is. It's once again this year with Jerry Frank and his family that are putting the Lights and Sounds of Christmas House together. There'll be some snacks, and once again this year they are collecting donations for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And if you get there around 6:30, the launch is 7 o'clock. You'll find a nice place to sit. And then after the launch, you can take a walk around the house, even go in the backyard. And they've had some struggles this year getting things going with the Lights and Sounds of Christmas House because of Jerry's health. But we are a go for this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Time now for Live in Lloydminster. And to get things started, we head out to the Victory Theatre and join Tanis Heinz.
This week's snow has probably got you starting to think about Christmas gifts for your family, and the Victuva Theatre has some great ideas for a little fun in the new year. For all the country fans, there's Morgan Wallen Tribute on April 18th. They can sing along to all the hits that have made Morgan Wallen such a huge country superstar. There's also the Dennis the Menace of Magic. Murray the Magician is on March 5th. Murray Sawchuk is not only an incredible magician, but he loves to make people laugh, so it's a great night out for the whole family. We have some amazing shows coming up this month as well, but you're going to want to hurry because many of them are selling fast, including the Hunter Brothers. The Hunter Brothers will be on our Ulmer Chevrolet stage on November 29th, so it's your chance to see a great country band and make it truly a fun Saturday night. And you know the band will be ready to perform on a weekend. And then we have the timeless holiday ballet, The Nutcracker, performed by the United Ballet Company on December 14th, right in the heart of Christmas season. We can't wait to see you at the theater, so visit our website at vicjubatheatre.ca for tickets and gift ideas. See you next week.
And it's finally here. Now playing at May Cinema 6 is the second part of the Wicked movie series, Wicked for Good. Now demonized as the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba lives in exile while Glinda resides at the palace in Emerald City, reveling in the perks of fame and popularity. As an angry mob rises against the Wicked Witch, she'll need to reunite with Glinda to transform herself and all of Oz for good. Also playing at May Cinema 6, Regretting You, Predator Badlands, The Running Man, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and there's also Saturday and Sunday matinees of A Paw Patrol Christmas. For tickets and showtimes for all upcoming movies, including Wicked for Good, go to maytheaters.com. Live in Lloyd is brought to you by the Vic Juba Theatre and May Cinema 6. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call at 780-875-6636 or stop in and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft. And stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste, and after all, it is superior water. I'll take a break, come right back here to the new Lloydminster Nissan and find out about Empower to Recover on March 27th.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
We're back, Lloydminster. Ben Blitz is coming back to the Lloydminster exhibition on November 27th to 30th. We can't thank you enough for making our last sale such a success. Because of you, we were able to give back to the community and can't wait to do it again.
Wait, what's Ben Blitz?
The ultimate holiday treasure hunt. Thousands of brand name liquidation items, and every day the price drops.
How low are we talking?
Thursday, everything's $25 each. Friday, $15. Saturday, $5. And Sunday, it's the $2 finale.
Wow, that's insane.
It's like Christmas shopping, but way more fun. And yes, you can see what you are buying.
When is this happening?
Doors open Thursday the 27th at 10 a.m. Don't wait. Once it's gone, it's gone. Ben Blitz, Border City. Dig for the deals of the season.
K&L Electric is proud to serve Lloydminster and area, and they'd like to wish all of their great customers a very safe and Merry Christmas, and they look forward to serving you in the new year. KM Artisan Hot Sauce is made right here in Lloyd, and it would make an incredible stocking stuffer. There's also the ultimate KM GSP, brisket and beef seasoning and rub, and our famous pickle juice. Get them premium hot sauce to go with their premium socks this Christmas. Go to kmartisan.ca and put some heat in your Christmas. Welcome to Wellings of Lloydminster and a community of ageless explorers. At Wellings, age is just a number and adventure always part of the day. Come experience carefreedom living at Wellings of Lloydminster, where adults 55 plus enjoy a vibrant, stress-free way of life with a whole lot of fun. You can stop in and say hello to their new general manager, Nicole, at 7211 72nd Avenue on the Alberta side, and visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for more. Wellings of Lloydminster, carefreedom living starts here. We welcome you back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan. We are going to be talking today about a new event coming to Lloydminster. We're going to get familiar with that event and how you can get involved with it as well. And to do that, we have Carrie Robb joining us. We have Deb Krichkowski joining us. And we have Haley Betker. Close?
Beckler, yeah.
Beckler joining us today to talk about that event. And we're also going to be hearing from the CEO of Empower to Recover, Jay Bénard, shortly as well. But ladies, thank you for giving us your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us,
yeah. Carrie, you were the first to contact me and said, hey, we got a new event coming to Lloydminster. I think it's very important. I would completely 100% agree. Maybe tell us about Empower to Recover and what you're looking at doing on March 27th.
Well, I heard about it from Haley because she had done a podcast with another gentleman. And then she was asked to speak at Empower to Recover in Saskatoon, which is, he does a number of events across Canada. And so he's going to come to Lloydminster as a request when I saw the conference in Saskatoon. So then he decided, yeah, we're going to come here and we're going to set it up. And here we are, March 27th. He will be here to present what his mission is about really bringing recovery to Lloydminster and enhancing the services that we have here in Lloydminster.
So he is Jay Bénard.
Yes.
And he's a celebrity chef.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's a celebrity chef, and he's also a recovering addict.
Yes.
And he's been doing this for a number of years, but in 2022, he just recently put Empower to Recover sort of on the map,
yes,
I would say. And it has gone to Saskatoon.
Regina?
Yeah, he's in Regina right now, actually,
yep,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yep.
doing. Haley, how did you find out about Empower to Recover?
I got introduced by a lady named Kathy to Jay Bénard, and they had asked me to speak at the event in Saskatoon, and it was an amazing event, full of amazing speakers, all with lived experience or talking about their resources, and I just found it was a great way to bring everybody together in the same room for hope and healing and some recovery, and yeah.
Is that what makes it different, is hope and healing?
Yeah, we need a lot of that in our universe right now. As everyone knows, we're kind of in a huge crisis right now. And you don't see a lot of people coming together for these sorts of things. And so when you get a bunch of people talking about the same thing from all walks of life, it really brings a lot of hope into the room. You get to see so many people on so many different healing journeys. There's no right way to do it or wrong way to do it. And it's quite amazing to see all that hope in one room.
When we talk to Jay, he's going to talk about recovery from different standpoints, recovery of different things. It's really for a lot of people, isn't it, Carrie?
Absolutely. Everything that we talk about, that he talks about, is trauma based. And so there's trauma, there's mental health, there's addiction. And he even includes things like cancer and diabetes and all of the illnesses that we all struggle with on a daily basis. And so it's really about recovery from any illness that you might have.
What exactly happens on that day, Haley? You've experienced this before. So what happens on March 27th?
So we have tons of different speakers from all walks of life, celebrating all different kinds of recovery. And we have a bunch of different tables of resources set up for people to access and look at the different services out there. You get to hear stories of hope and resilience, people talking about what they've been through and what got them through and how they're staying in a great way of life now. And there's lots of energy in that room and lots of amazing stories, and yeah, it's quite an amazing day. We have live music too, and they've got a theme song and everything like that, and Jay brings so much energy into the room, and yeah, just brings it's quite an amazing experience actually. Yeah.
Deb, from your perspective, he brings up, he doesn't just bring up Haley, he brings up Deb, meeting Deb as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like, for me, this is really critical because when Haley was struggling with addiction when she was a teenager, it was hell, and it felt like there was no hope. Anything I read, anything I found, the statistics were really depressing and horrifying, and I actually didn't think Haley would be here today. And so being in that room and part of that community shows me there is hope, and people do recover, and they lead amazing lives. And that is huge, because when she went through this, I didn't think she was going to make it. And so now I see her part of this community and her leading the way to help change. And I see a community of people who are providing hope, and that there's more than one way to recovery. In the past, we've often been led to believe there's only one way to do this. There are multiple paths to recovery, and people need support and encouragement and hope along the way. And honestly, this community provides that.
Deb, what was it that got you in that room in Saskatoon? What was it that got you guys there?
It was Haley. Haley has reached a point where she has decided that she wants to be part of the solution, and she wants to help others, and she wants people to hear her story so that they know that there is something better out there for them. And for me, I feel like a bit of a tag along, but for me, I want people to have hope. I want that mother who's suffering right now with her child, on the streets. They're not in contact, they're worried. I want that parent to know there is hope, because I just couldn't find it when we were going through this.
So Carrie, how do people get involved in this?
They can definitely go to the website, and the event information is on the website, empowertorecovery.com. You can also email Jay at empowertorecover@gmail.com, and that's an easy way to get in touch with what's happening. If somebody would like to attend the conference, tickets are available on the website. You can also email Jay if you would like to put a table in. If you have a service that you find would be helpful, that would be a really great way to get into contact with Jay, is through his email address.
So I mentioned it's March 27th, but what's the day like? Like, how much time do you need to book the entire day off? What happens through that?
Yeah, the conference runs from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock, and the price of the tickets are $40, so it's quite reasonable to get in the door. And if somebody's needing a ticket and doesn't have the $40, to be in touch with Jay, and we can probably hook you up with something that can help you through the door. We also really encourage people to just be a part of what's happening on the website, because there's lots of different what's the word I'm looking for? Different connectors to make on the website. So the day is from 10 to 5. It includes lunch and lots of great times for networking for people. I encourage other people that maybe wouldn't think that their service would be needed there, but we are looking for services to be there so that we can provide a multitude of options for people to be involved in the day.
What encourages you to get involved with this, Carrie?
I have been an addictions counselor for 25 years, and I think, like Deb said, there's just a narrowing of things that we've done over the years, and I think we need to open our eyes and look at different ways for people to recover, not just from addiction, but from all aspects of any kind of trauma.
What's different about this? From your
The
perspective
energy-
and doing this for 25 years, what's different?
The energy that's around it and the positivity, the healing, the hope.
Now, you're also looking for partnerships as well.
Absolutely.
Tell us how to get in touch with you. You directly, or do you get in touch with Jay?
I would say I would encourage people to get in touch with Jay. If you know me and would like to get involved, send me a message on Facebook or through my phone. And if you don't know me, just send a message to Jay, and he will get you in touch with me.
Now, it is March 27th. It's a ways away, but I know there's still some planning going on as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So more guest speakers will be added as the event
Yes.
goes along.
Yeah. We have most of our lineup of speakers ready to go. We do have some room for a couple more speakers. And we do have some room for some service tables to be there as well, so that if somebody's interested in putting their business out with us and to partner with us, that would be lovely to hear from you.
Okay. What am I forgetting? Have we covered everything?
Well, I think just an awareness that so many people are connected to somebody who struggles with addiction.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how close you are or how far you are, but to show up and listen to some stories gives you a better understanding, gives you compassion, gives you maybe just an opportunity to connect with people you wouldn't have formerly and have a better understanding of what recovery and hope looks like.
Anything else? I don't want to cut us short. Haley, anything from your perspective?
Oh, I encourage people as well, like my mom was saying, if you think that room is not a place where you would normally walk into, I encourage you to come check it out. It's an amazing day, and yeah, like it could maybe change someone's perspective on the situation that's going on in every community right now. And there's just so much hope in that room, and I just encourage everyone and anyone to come and check it out. Yeah.
So
Even if you don't think you belong, that's a really big one. And I just encourage all walks of life and it doesn't matter your age either. So all walks of life to come in and just see what it's about and reach out to one of us. Even if you know one of us, reach out to one of us and ask us questions. Because sometimes that's what we need, is other people involved that can really get things going.
So Deb, you mentioned you were concerned Haley wouldn't even be with us today. Mm-hmm. Haley, if it wasn't for Empower to Recover, would you be here today?
So I didn't know about Empower to Recover beforehand. I just learned about it this past year here. But yeah, they offer so many amazing services that I would have attended outside of Empower to Recover that could save someone's life, quite literally. Over the years, I've lost, I can't even count on my fingers how many people that I've lost due to overdoses or suicides, and I just think it's really important for us to bring awareness to the whole situation, and so more people can make it through to the other side.
You're speaking at schools today. What's your message?
I want people to know that there are ways to get help if you're struggling, and there is hope out there. And I just don't want anyone to walk down the same path that I had to go through. It brought a lot of pain into my life, and I just don't want anyone to go through what I went through. And yeah, there is hope out there, and yeah.
So is Empower to Recover about getting people to take that next step?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. It really brings a person upon so many different resources in the community where they can find that hope and that healing.
Well, I was able to catch up with Jay Bénard before he left for Regina. We did a Zoom call, and we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with Jay Bénard and hear from him himself. He's the executive director of Empower to Recover, and I want to thank our guests for coming in today as well. Thank you, Carrie, Deb, and Haley.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. We'll be right back with Jay Bénard.
Jason Arden and Associates Cooperators. We're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden and Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Noise Photography is celebrating 20 years of capturing your beautiful keepsake Santa photos, and this year the tradition continues in our brand new studio at 3644 51st Avenue, 1 block west of the Co-op Marketplace. Book your Santa session today at noisephotography.com and have a Merry Christmas.
The holidays are such a great time to reflect, and thanks to the wonderful people in this amazing community, we've had a terrific year.
Thank you, Lloydminster, from all of us at Umbrella Marketing and Design.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Walkin' on Water is proud to be your toy store. We love seeing those smiling faces and helping you find the perfect gift for under the tree or to fill those stockings. Thank you, Lloydminster, for your amazing support this year. Merry Christmas from Walkin' on Water Toys in Lloydminster and Wainwright.
Welcome back. Jay Bénard joins us. He is the executive director. He's also the founding member of Empower to Recover, which is going to be in Lloydminster on March 27th. And Jay, we appreciate you hopping on and giving us a little bit of your time. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate the support in helping us bring this event to Lloydminster.
Let's start with Empower to Recover. What is Empower to Recover?
So I'll be celebrating 18 years on February 11th, 2026 in recovery. I like to say that I'm a healaholic, healing from my trauma. It was never the drugs. It was never the alcohol. It was me. I was a problem. So I always went and looked for something outside of that. And then I just got really, I guess I won't say lucky because I had to do a lot of work, but I became a celebrity chef in Fort McMurray and started doing things with Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier, William Shatner, and 2015, I got asked to do a TEDx talk, and that's kind of where it all kind of clicked into me after being like a motivational speaker from 2011, going across Canada and seeing the gaps and the holes in the system and realizing that there's not a lot of pre-care, there's not a lot of aftercare. Yes, there's care. What do people do in between? Also, understanding that everybody's recovery is different. Not everybody's recovery is the same. So some people will go to an AA or an NA. Some people will go to a therapist. Some people will go to online programming. Some people will do animal therapy. Some people, and I think that word recovery, when I always looked at it, it was always just one. You know, if you said you're in recovery, people just go right away. You're an alcoholic or an addict, and that's just not true. We all are recovering from the same things, trauma, and we're all in some sort of recovery, and we all have a story. So at that time, I was like, man, that means that the whole world's full of hope. And if I could just ever get lived experience individuals from all pathways of recovery, all walks of recovery, and if I could somehow work or enact with the 678,000 plus mental health misuse disorder places across Canada, maybe we can change the world, and maybe we could really help people, and maybe we could bring some love, kindness, and compassion where we really need it today. And maybe by showing hope in other people's stories, other people would not be so scared to ask for help. They would start their recovery how they would start it. You know, we would be able to understand that if we get to their level and help them lift up instead of cutting them down and beating them up, we could really help out what they're calling today is the epidemic. I've called it a traumademic for the longest time because that's what we're in. We're in a traumademic. And then for about 8 years, I manifested it and had a bunch of different names going on as I was still traveling across Canada. And then May 27th of 2023, we launched the first one in New Westminster, BC. And so I'm here in Ontario. We go all the way over there, and in the long shot of things, it was like we're going to go across Canada, and we're starting in BC because Bonnie and all the stuff that was going in BC, and let's start over there and let's move east. I mean, it hasn't happened like that, and that's not really how things really happen. But that event, even being here in Ontario, building it there, 120 people showed up to that event. We raised $14,000 for that event. It cost about $40,000, so I did make a good donation into my recovery on that event. Which you got to do in order to keep growing, right? You got to keep putting into yourself. You got to keep putting into people. It's about giving. That's what God wants. God wants us to give. And we had phenomenal speakers. Well, one of my good buddies, Shea Emery, 2-time Grey Cup champion with the Montreal Alouettes, he kicked us off, and we had Beatrice Love. She just came off of Canada's Got Talent. She was a semifinalist, so she sung for us, and we had different organizations, businesses, products, Second Stage Homes, Tesla beds were there. I also kind of keyed into that. Not everybody likes to use their voice, but some people have hobbies, and that's how they share their recovery. There's a lady there that made candles, and when the candle burned, it said, "You're worth it. I love you. You're going to be okay." Like all these different things. And I was like, man, that's very unique. And that's very awesome because like she's pouring it all into her hobby, and that's really her voice. And that's where it started, May 27th, 2023. An 8-year dream turned out to be that. And I mean, if it never went any farther than that, I was like, man, I'm just living out another dream in recovery. You know what I mean? And then from there, the next week, I got booked into Calgary, and I went to Calgary, and I was too excited to talk about my own story because of what just happened the week before. And people at Calgary were like, "When are you coming here?" And I'm like, is Canada really ready for a loud guy? Is Canada really ready to hear that there's more than one way to recover? Is Canada really ready to like have all peoples underneath one roof, have all resources, tools, all these things? Is Canada really ready for this? And then I started thinking to myself, wow, Canada's a big country. That's a big thing to take on. You know what I mean? And one thing is to say you'll do an event in your own backyard, but Canada, that's a different story. And I flew home, and I was like, if we can do a recovery day in Kenora, Ontario, where I live and where I was born, and then you will know, and I know your hometown sometimes kicks you. They're the hardest ones to get you going anywhere. You know what I mean? Because they'll always remember what happened in the past, not what's going on in the future. Not saying my hometown don't support me, but you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, right? And I was like, if we can do a recovery day in Kenora, Ontario, and we can be successful with that recovery day, and we can make it happen here in this small town of 11,000, I think we got a pretty good chance to do Canada. And September 13th of 2023, we sold it out. 226 people, raised $26,500. We introduced youth to the platform. A young lady, street angel, 15 years old, got into recovery 4 days before her 15th birthday. We introduced Indigenous. We had an Indigenous elder share. We had the MP, Greg Rickford, share, who shared about losing his younger brother to fentanyl overdose. So it doesn't matter who you are. This substance use disorder is going to take you down. And we had the organizations of Kenora slowly come. And then from there, we went and did Calgary. But that first year, we set a goal to raise $50,000 to put on all these events because we're not government funded any shape, size, or form. And we ended up raising $60,056 to put on all the events. Did 3 cities and 3 provinces when we're only going to do one event. And at that point, we helped 13 different individuals directly find help through the network of the partners that we had partnered up with, which was about 26 different partners in all 3 of those cities, meaning businesses, organizations, products, services, nutrition, active lifestyle. The first person, which today it's called the GRC, and we're moving into that phase, but the first person that went through that is still in recovery today and celebrating 15 months next month. So what I learned is that there's so many amazing people across Canada that have so many amazing stories in recovery. And when I say recovery, that's also cancer, PTSD, sex trafficking survivors, alcohol, drugs. It's all trauma related, right? That there's never been a place where everybody can come and share. There's never been a place where people can come and feel love, kindness, and compassion. There's never been a place where we celebrate everything. It's always been, society's conditioned us to divide it all up, and we're all in different spots, and we all can't go there. And for me, I think in today's life, we need to be together, and humanity needs each other in a real big way right now, right? So, yeah, that was the first year. Now we're going into the third year.
Connection is definitely key. Why Lloydminster? Why Lloyd?
So year 2, we did Saskatoon for the first year, and Saskatoon, a lady by the name of Kathy shared there, and we started having like parents show up to share about, the struggles they had with fiance, husband, or child, and the Al-Non, Air-Non kind of thing, and that's where I met Kathy, and Saskatoon was our biggest event at that time. 400 people showed up for that event. And she had mentioned, something about Lloyd last year. And then this year, when we did Saskatoon number 2, which was just on October 10th for World Mental Health Day, another 383 people showed up. But that's where I met Carrie. And that's where, Carrie was at the event, and she was like, would you be open to bringing an event like this to Lloyd? And I was like, I'll bring an event anywhere. It doesn't matter where we go. And then that was also where I met Debbie and Haley. So the mother and daughter that are from Lloydminster that, Haley's got recovery, and I think you're talking to them later on down the road here, but I don't want to steal their thunder. They're amazing people, and it's from there. So what I know is, as of right now, we've done 21 live events across Canada in 5 provinces, 18 cities. 226 different speakers have spoke on the platform, from youth to Indigenous leaders, musicians, athletes, politicians, everyday people, husbands, wives, kids, sex, you name it. 226 different people have showed up. We have been able to help, directly help now, 49 different people through the GRC, which is a global recovery community, with a 79% recovery rate. After we're close to 5,000 people attending all the events, 4,772 people have attended the events. And we've raised over $300,000 to help put on all the events, and that's 100% by the people money. So what I know is from year 1, where we did 3 events, into year 2, where we did 8 events, and I also had a right hip replacement. So I don't know how we did 8 events with a right hip replacement, but we did it, and that'd be God. And then this year, we're going to end the year with 18 events. And this last month, since it's kind of ironic, you and I are kind of talking today because it's National Addiction Awareness Week starting today, is that this week I'm off to Saskatchewan again, and we're doing George Gordon First Nation Battle for Recovery. Then the next day, I'm speaking with the youth. I have a youth presentation. I go into the schools. It's called From Drug Dealer to Celebrity Chef. And then from there, we go to Wabigoon, Lake Ojibwe Nation to do a 2-day event. And then from there, we go to Lac Seul First Nation, presented by the Lac Seul Police Service. That's how we end the year. And it's 18 events. So back to Lloyd. Lloyd is no different than any other city, town, or community. It's all, everybody needs help. That includes me and you. Right. And I think that a lot of people, actually, I heard today, and maybe you can answer this. Is Lloyd like Las Vegas? I heard somebody say to me today that Lloydminster is looked at like Canada's Las Vegas. Is that true?
No, I don't think so. I think that's Niagara Falls. I don't think it's Lloyd. Yeah.
Well, good thing we're coming.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Anyway, somebody had mentioned that to me, and I was like, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, Yeah, like I said, I mean, Lloyd's like no is like every other place in the city, in Canada. We've gone to the East Coast, to New Westminster, or Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. Same problems over there. Same problems in Manitoba. Same problems in Alberta. Same problem. But what happens is that they just keep putting this Band-Aid on it, and it's not. There's no real solutions, right? So there's no real solutions. What's going to happen all the time? It's just going to get worse.
Is that how Empower to Recover is different?
Yeah, I like to say that we're solution based, and there's a bunch of different ways that we are solution based. Number one is that as the executive director, I have a bunch of lived experience. I'm not saying that going to school and the book smarts isn't good. I'm just saying that lived experience has its merits that don't really get looked at a lot. And when I mean merits, that's the fact that I can understand almost every individual that's going through something because I've dealt with it. Now, also being in long-term recovery, almost coming up on 18 years, I've gone through a lot of stuff in recovery, never mind prior to February 11th, 2008, right? So there's not too many things I haven't experienced in recovery over these last 18 years that I can't relate with people. And we, I also have an online program called Hype Recovery. So we help people online with that, help your personal effort. But I think that, by the events, the solution is the voices. And by the voices, I mean the stories. So, everybody's story is different. And by people coming to the events, they can hear their story. And when I mean people, that means everybody. It's not just you're an alcoholic or you're an addict or this or that. And the truth of the matter is, in my eyes, nobody's an alcoholic or an addict. We're just dealing with trauma. And how do we deal with that, right? Because the alcohol was what kept us away from ourselves. The drugs is what kept us away from ourselves. The sex kept us away from ourselves. The shopping, the porn, the food, whatever you are addicted to, whatever keeps numbing you, right? And then being able to connect at the events is a real big solution for people, seeing that there's different solutions in their cities. Some people don't even know that some of the resources that are in the cities that we go to. Some people don't even know about Teen Challenge that have been around for 150 years. Some people don't even know that the Salvation Army actually have treatment centers that help people. I went there. Salvation Army's got to be around for 1,000 years, no? But I mean, at the end of the year, some people don't know about this.
What happens at the event? You mentioned stories. Tell us what happens at an Empower to Recover event.
There's like this this buzz as to what's going to happen, right? Because most cities don't know what we're bringing in. I'm a very hyped up guy, so I like to bring the hype and the energy, right? And I like to set the tone that we need to be celebrating recovery, and we need to be celebrating all the different ways, and we need to be celebrating all these different organizations, businesses, products, and services. And we need to be celebrating everybody that's in the crowd that shows up because, thank God for you, because this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you. And we need to be, we do a whole slide presentation. We have a theme song that kicks us off. We have a guy that made us a theme song, Empower to Recover theme song. We're now going to we took the celebrate, that song. We've turned that into Celebrate Recover. So we play that and we ask people in the crowd, yell out what you're recovering from and how long. And I mean, boom, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's like recovery's alive and well, but people just don't get to see it at a level that we're bringing it, right? And then when it comes to the stories, that's like the golden piece of the event is giving these people the opportunity to share their story on a big stage that most times they would never be able to share it, and giving them the opportunity to possibly be a motivational speaker. And if that's what you want to do and your story is helping and you got the opportunity to do it now, you know what I mean? So really opening up that door to hope in a real big way, and showing that there is so much love, kindness, and compassion out there. If you can't see it today, I mean, it's probably the mainstream media that's got you so feared out that you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that hope component of showing up and hearing somebody's story in 13 minutes and how they changed their life around makes that person go in the crowd, wow, I am not alone, right? And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways from from the event is that you won't feel alone anymore. If you feel alone, you won't feel that, you have to have fear to reach out and ask for help, because help is actually, asking for help is a strength. It's not a weakness. And the more we can get people to ask for help, the more we'll be able to help them and direct them in the ways that they need help. So,
Jay, how do we get people there? How do we get the people who need the help the most there?
So there's a couple different ways. So obviously, because we're not funded by the government, we have to traditionally do fundraising. So traditional fundraising means that we do it a couple different ways. Obviously, I don't like the word sponsorship, but community partnership packages. I like community because unity is at the end, but that is our sponsorship packages. So businesses, products, services, people can be a community partner to help us bring the event to Lloyd. We have ticket sales, and we have booths, and we have tables. So you can bring your employees, you can bring your treatment center, you can bring your second stage home, you can bring all that stuff. And then obviously from a donation standpoint, people can also make donations. Where they're going to want to go check all this stuff out is www.empower2recover.com. That's www.empower2recover.com. And then in the event section, you're just going to see Lloydminster's Battle for Recovery. You'll click on that, and it's got all the information. And then if they need to go further, or they want to talk to myself, they would just send an email to empower2recover@gmail.com. And I usually hop on a Zoom with anybody to talk about what we're doing and how they can fit in, or how they want to help, or how they want to meet me when we get there, or whatever the case may be. But that's how we raise money for the event. The event is costing roughly $13,000. That's the venue, that's the catering, that's the travel accommodations. Once we get past that number, we give 50% back to an organization, business, product, service. Now, Carrie and the girls are going to pick a couple or pick one if we get past. And I would like to say we will get past that, and we'll be able to gift an organization, business, or product, or multiple. So we give back to the community as well in that shape, size, or form by giving 50% over to an organization, and then 50% comes to Empower to Recover Foundation to keep doing the phenomenal work we're doing across Canada.
Jay, am I forgetting anything?
Absolutely not. You're a pretty good dude there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you giving us some of your time, and
Awesome.
We'll look forward to March 27th.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me today.
I want to thank Jay Bénard for joining us. That was on Monday. He is in Regina right now with the Empower to Recover seminar. Once again, March 27th here in Lloydminster. If you'd like to get involved, you can get in touch with us, and we'll put you in touch with Carrie or Jay. We're back with you next Tuesday, and hope to see you at the Festival of Trees. The Festival of Trees happening in Maidstone right now as well, but the Festival of Trees takes place tonight, and there may be a couple of tickets left. It's one of my favorite events of the year. I'll be your host. Heather will be your Vanna White tonight, and we hope to see you at the Gold Horse Casino.